Welcome to today's deep dive. We've got a pretty massive stack of fascinating notes and fan analyses to unpack today.
Yeah, lots of ground to cover.
Exactly. And it's all concerning Fire Force Season 3. Our mission today is to figure out why this specific season is just completely redefining the entire series.
Right, and reading through these materials, the thing that really jumps out is how the show just, entirely ditches that traditional anime warm-up phase.
It really does. Right from episode 1, you are thrown straight into chaos. The world already feels completely unstable.
It's a brilliant structural choice, honestly. When you skip those mandatory 3 or 4 episodes of table setting that usually plague similar stories, you plunge the viewer right into a world that's already tilting on its axis.
It's like getting on a roller coaster that skips the slow climb.
Yeah, and drops you straight into the first loop. That immediate lack of safety sets a significantly darker tone for everything that follows.
So, does that immediate tension reflect in the characters themselves? Looking at the main protagonist, Shinra, the notes highlight a distinct shift in his energy.
He definitely seems to be stepping away from that classic, slightly reckless playfulness.
Because they are facing a literal world reset, right? Shinra has to drop the typical hero bravado. We're seeing a much more pragmatic, almost grimly determined version of him.
Well, the evangelist plot, this overarching conspiracy by the antagonist to essentially burn the entire world down to its foundations, is moving into its final stages.
Right. The team isn't just putting out localized fires or fighting street-level villains anymore.
Exactly. Facing a true endgame scenario forces a radical shift in a character's psychology. He isn't reacting to trauma with that signature nervous smile as much. He is laser-focused on survival.
And Shinra's urgency really mirrors the pacing of the season itself. I mean, there isn't any downtime to recover.
None at all. These fan breakdowns detail how the evangelist plot is moving at breakneck speed, dropping major narrative reveals in almost every single episode.
And that relentless momentum creates a very specific, heavy psychological weight.
Oh, absolutely. When neither the characters nor you, the audience, get a chance to catch your breath, the pressure feels incredibly real. For the first time in this series, there's a palpable sense that Shinra and his team might actually lose.
It breaks away from that predictable safety net.
Yeah, you aren't just waiting for the hero to power up and save the day. You are genuinely wondering if they can even survive the current episode.
That feeling of impending doom seems to be bleeding into the visual style, too. There is a lot of focus in our research on these Adala moments.
The cinematic sequences where the hellish, alternate dimension starts bleeding into and corrupting the real world.
Right. How is the studio visually handling that apocalyptic vibe to keep the tensions so high?
The studio has seriously upgraded their technical execution to match the narrative stakes. Visually, they're leaning heavily into these intense, oppressive red tones and heavy distortion effects during those Adala sequences.
It physically disorients the viewer, making you feel the corruption of their reality.
And they paired that visual claustrophobia with phenomenal, hard-hitting, close combat animation.
It sounds like a complete sensory overload, especially when you factor in the audio. One fan described the sound design during these fights as hitting like explosions in your headphones.
That is the perfect way to describe it. The aggressive sensory combination fundamentally amplifies the darker atmosphere. Every punch, every burst of flame carries a heavier, more concussive audio signature.
It ensures that you aren't just watching the apocalypse unfold, you are hearing and feeling the weight of it in every single frame.
Absolutely, it's a complete sensory takeover.
So bringing it all together, between the upgraded animation, the heavy concussive audio design, and the fact that the story refuses to slow down, it's clear why this is on track to be the series' best season yet.
It really redefines the boundaries of what this world can be.
And for you listening, if you are looking for a story that genuinely respects your time by eliminating filler and maximizing tension, this deep dive shows exactly how a series can successfully mature.
It doesn't rely on old tropes to pad the runtime. It evolves its themes and its characters alongside the audience.
Before we wrap up, there's one final thought from our research to mull over. We've established that this season's aesthetic and pacing are already terrifying, and we aren't even done yet.
The tension is still building.
Exactly. So if the reality of the show feels this violently unstable right now, what exactly will that literal world reset look like if Shinra and the team actually fail?